How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Michelle Obama being upset with women, quote unquote minorities, and especially black voters for not coming out in droves and voting for Hillary Clinton in the 2016 presidential election. She said it hurt more to see people stay home and not vote for Hillary than it did for them to vote for Trump, which is crazy. Now, before I go any further, I got to back up a little bit here and give you some context so we're on the same page. She has a book out, not sure how long it's been out, called Becoming. It was this big multi-million-dollar deal with whatever publisher it was to produce that book called Becoming. Now, there's going to be a Netflix special about that same book, also called Becoming. That'll be coming out tomorrow, which is Wednesday, May 6, 2020. This is not an ad. I'm just giving you the context so you understand what's happening. Now, in the documentary is when the comments about black voters and women and minorities came out. Now, this is crazy, like I said, because the Democratic Party get the black vote at a crazy rate. You're talking about at least, 95%? And then if you look at black women, it's like 98% of those that come out and vote for the Democratic Party. It's not enough, I guess. It's not enough to get 98% of black women, 93, 92, or whatever percent of black men. That's not really enough. Not only must you come out and vote that same way, you also got to come out and vote in droves. You got to just get from wherever you are and just get out there to the polls and vote, And it's crazy because Hillary Clinton won the popular vote. So in a lot of these areas where black folks are at, she most likely won anyway, so I don't even really understand what the problem is. Maybe you're trying to protect the Democratic vote in general, because let's be clear, although blacks are only about 13% of the U.S. population, we represent a big portion of the voting electorate, because even though our numbers are small, our impact can be big. Whites, Hispanics, everybody pretty much vote down the middle. It's like 60-40 for Hispanics, but it's about 50-50 for whites. So let's say you got a city where it's like 85% white, 5% Hispanic, and then 10% black. That 10% can change the whole election, okay? Michelle Obama was also upset at midterms and, not being able to keep Congress because black folks don't come out and vote enough. So it wasn't just about the presidential election, the every 4-year thing. It wasn't even about that. It was about your local election, trying to get House reps, senators, and whatnot from the Democratic Party to be in there so they'd be able to do whatever they want, which is, I'm not really sure, kill more black babies, reduce more black jobs, destroy more black wealth. I'm not really sure what their objective was, but I digress. My whole point is that if you are a black voter, if you are a minority, if you are a woman and you didn't come out and vote at all, she's mad at you. And she's also mad if you voted for Donald Trump, but just not as mad. She wants you to just cast your vote for Hillary Clinton. Why? I don't really know why. In the excerpt I read, to be fair, it could be more than what she said, or less than what she said in the actual documentary. But in the excerpt I read, I didn't see anything in there really tangible to say, okay, you should vote for Hillary because of X, Y, or Z. I didn't see anything like that. All I saw was, I'm upset, you black, you didn't come out and vote enough. I know we got almost 100% of the black vote every year since 1975 or whatever, and that's fine, but you got to come out in droves, all right? Even though where you live at, you pretty much are gonna go for the Democrat regardless, it doesn't matter, we need more. Okay, but like I said, I didn't see anything in there that said you should vote for Hillary Clinton because of X, Y, and Z. Okay, what is the incentive for me to vote for Hillary Clinton? Why should I get off my couch and vote at all if I don't see anyone that has a thing that I'm looking for? Okay, I'm not the kind of guy that says, give me a handout, government, please help. But I am a guy that says, if you want something from me, then you got to do something for me. Promise me something. Like, if you're trying to be the president, what do you have to offer? It don't got to be any kind of money or anything like that. But say, I don't know, you're going to maybe try to attack Roe v. Wade so it's less black babies dying. That'd be good. I'd appreciate that. Secure the nation a little bit better, get the economy back rolling so I can go out there and do what I do to take care of myself and my loved ones. Wouldn't that be a good thing to present to the American people rather than just, oh, you're black, go vote for these individuals regardless of what? Okay. And speaking of, because you're black, vote for these people regardless of what, that's what I did back in 2008 when I voted for Obama. Barack Obama, of course, not Michelle Obama. I did not elect her. I elected Barack. But anyway, that's what I did back then. I'm like, okay, hope and change, all this, that, and the third, the first black president. We rocking and rolling. But then when he got into office, I'm seeing friends go bankrupt. Guys that had brick and mortar businesses for 20, 30 years, black folks now, friends of mine going bankrupt. I'm like, what's going on here? Money's not really rocking. This is not even 2008 when the whole real estate thing happened. This is years later. Into his presidency, I'm like, okay, we got to get this thing back rolling. We can't just be like, oh, well, '07, the economy was bad. Well, it's 2012 now, sir. You're talking about 5 years later. So what have we actually done in this period of time that you've been in office? How are we actually going forward? I did not see a lot of that. I saw a lot of mismanagement, a lot of poor leadership, a lot of no leadership. I did not see much from Barack Obama or his staff or the administration for 2 terms in office, 8 years. You got plenty of time to turn it around. What are we really doing? He didn't really do much. And the same thing for his vice president, Joe Biden, who's pretty much not knowing where he is, who he is, or whatever. Why would I vote for him? What is the incentive? If I am a Democratic voter, right, and I'm looking at a television and I'm seeing Joe Biden stumbling and bumbling through every press conference, what is the incentive for me to vote for a guy like that? I do not see a guy that can really last 1 term, let alone 2 terms. I don't have any confidence in him. He does not appear to be well. That's not the kind of guy that I want to have finger on the button. You understand? So why would I come out and vote for him en masse? What is the incentive? What are you going to do to draw me to the polls? I don't really understand. But beyond just black folks not coming out and not voting for Hillary enough, I guess, like I said, almost 100% not enough. You got to have that and the big number of people that turn out. Okay, that's not really enough. But I think she's also mad at people like myself, Candace Owens, Brandon Tatum, Will Johnson, Terrence Williams, the list goes on. A lot of black conservatives that are out there, very popular, very prominent. The movement is moving a lot. So she's not really a fan of that. So she wants to come out in front and try to stop it. Not just her, but the Democratic establishment as well. I would not be surprised if Barack and Michelle and everybody else from their administration sat down and had a meeting and said, okay, we got these black conservatives out here, these Hispanic conservatives, gay conservatives or whatever, all these groups that we think that we champion, these groups that we think we have a pulse and, a stranglehold on, rather than them trying to just, get something started and break away from us. Let's reel them back in. Let's try to shame them back in. That's not really going to work. I'm not really sure what they are thinking about when they do things like this, because all they're doing is really emboldening us, because we know what is going on. We understand that they're trying to get us back in, get us back on the proverbial plantation, and we don't want to be there. So the harder they try to push to get us back on it, the harder push you're going to get off it. That's just the long and short of it. So as I close, I want to say this. Michelle Obama, your shaming tactics are not going to work. We're not going back to the Democratic Party. We're not going to go out there and vote for you just because you feel like we should, because we are a certain color or a certain gender or a certain ethnicity. That's not really what's going on. We're going to vote for people that we think are going to do the best job, regardless of what. Our eyes are open. You can't keep our eyes closed anymore. You're trying to invade culture through Netflix and through the book deal and through television, and that's fine. But a lot of us is waking up, and we know that this stuff is nonsense, is BS. We're going to go with our greater judgment and not go that direction. So I'm interested to see what's going to be in a documentary, if she's going to elaborate on the whole I'm mad at black voters thing. One thing I will say before I close for real this time is saying that you're mad at us, you're upset at us is not really going to help. That's not how you win people over. Okay, maybe that's how you do in your household when it comes to Barack and the kids, but we're adults. We got our own mind. We know what's happening. And if we are not adults, people got parents and they're telling them the difference between right and wrong. What's the right way to go? I'm not a fan of the party that eluded Haiti, Hillary Clinton, with her brother Tony Rodham, or the abortion thing. Gun control, trying to not have black Americans protect themselves, high minimum wages, we can't get jobs, high taxes, we can't get jobs. Why would I go out there and vote en masse for a party that's like that? Rather than trying to shame me, you should be trying to fix and or reform your own party to attract people that have left back in. What you're doing right now ain't gonna work, but I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that Michelle Obama was correct to criticize black voters for not coming out in droves and voting for Hillary Clinton in the 2016 presidential election? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. Or was she wrong for doing that? Does she have the wrong approach in general? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. You know where I stand. It's the wrong approach. It ain't gonna work. Bring me something to the table that I can taste. You know, how the cool kids say, tangibles, give me that. Don't just say, oh, vote for me because you're black. That's not going to work anymore. This is 2020. We're off that. We're past that. We're going on to real things. Okay. The color is less important. Bring something to the table that can help us. Bring something to the table that will help this nation and give us the tools to be able to help ourselves rather than trying to keep giving us handouts, little trinkets and whatnot. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.